Throughout the history of the NBA, there have been many NBA players who've gotten into trouble with the law and have ended up serving time in jail. While most NBA players are good citizens and stay out of trouble, there have been a few players who've had their fair share of trouble with the law. And today, we're going to look at a few NBA players who've spent time in jail. Dennis Rodman is an NBA player from the 1990s, most known for his time with the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. And through his career, he was known for his crazy personality and tough defense on the court. However, he's also had a number of legal troubles throughout his career. In 1999, Rodman was arrested for spousal battery after an altercation with his then-wife Carmen Electra. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation and ordered to attend anger management classes. In 2003, Rodman was arrested for reckless driving after leading police on a high-speed chase. He pleaded no contest to the charges and was sentenced to 90 days in jail, which he served in an Orange County, California jail. In 2008, Rodman was arrested for DUI after he was found passed out behind the wheel of his car. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation and ordered to attend an alcohol education program. Rodman's legal troubles haven't been limited to the United States, as he's also been arrested in the United Kingdom and Australia for public intoxication. J.R. Smith's a former NBA player who's played for many teams throughout his career, including the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who he won a championship with in 2016. But back in 2007, Smith was arrested for reckless driving after being involved in a car accident that left his passenger seriously injured. He was later sentenced to 90 days in jail and 3 years of probation. In 2009, Smith was arrested again, this time for driving with a suspended license, and he was sentenced to 15 days in jail and ordered to pay a fine. In 2013, Smith was arrested for reckless driving and driving with a suspended license once again. He was sentenced to community service and ordered to pay a fine. Jason Kidd is viewed by many NBA fans as one of the best point guards and passers in NBA history. And in 2001, Jason Kidd was arrested and pleaded guilty to domestic abuse during his first marriage. And the 10-time All-Star just had to attend anger management classes for 6 months and didn't have to serve any real time. Carmelo Anthony is one of the best offensive players that we've seen in NBA history and spent some of his best years playing for the Denver Nuggets and New York Knicks. But back in 2008, Anthony was arrested and pleaded guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol. He was charged with community service and was charged legal fees for the trial. Back before even making it to the NBA and becoming one of the best shooting guards ever, Allen Iverson was already getting into trouble back in high school when he was involved in a high school brawl that ended up with multiple students being sentenced to prison. Allen Iverson ended up spending 4 months in jail before being released due to lack of evidence. Fast forward to 1997, where Iverson was caught carrying a weapon and having narcotics, which also led to a guilty plea. But Iverson ended up only getting community service, so he's probably the biggest NBA star that has spent time in jail. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe to our channel and comment which player surprised you the most on the entire list.